Welcome back to Coin Hidden US. Today, we're talking about old 1900s US cents, coins that look completely ordinary, but have quietly become some of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. Some of these coins are now worth thousands, hundreds of thousands, and even millions of dollars. Check your pocket, check your change, you might already have one. These old 19s era coins are still moving through circulation. They pass through gas stations, grocery stores, and vending machines every single day. People spend them without thinking, never realizing they are giving away hidden wealth. Do not spend these coins. Collectors at real auctions are shocked when dirty, worn-out 1900s pennies suddenly sell for insane prices. And the most dangerous part, almost nobody talks openly about what makes them rare. Sometimes it's a small date error, sometimes it's a rare mint mark. Sometimes it's a tiny change in metal or design. One small detail can turn a simple old cent into a life-changing fortune. Think about this. A coin from the 1930s, 1940s, or 1950s could be sitting in your hand right now. It looks old, it looks common. But to the right collector, it's a treasure. Behind closed doors, collectors are competing for these coins. Prices are exploding. And while professionals are fighting for them, everyday people are unknowingly spending history and money at the same time. These coins are not just metal, they are silent fortunes hiding in plain sight. Stay till the end, because every next 1900s coin gets rarer, more valuable, and more shocking. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. 1981D. There was a time when this coin was everywhere in America. No one ever imagined that one day this simple cent could become so valuable. But time changes everything. Today, this same coin has become a silent treasure for collectors, and most people still don't understand why. At first glance, it looks completely ordinary. A brown surface, worn edges, no shine at all. And that's where people make their biggest mistake. Collectors don't look for shine, collectors look for originality. Dirt is not damage, age is not weakness, that natural, untouched surface is the real strength of this coin. Never clean this coin. Scrubbing it means destroying its value. Original toning is everything. Now here's the real story. This coin comes from a time when America was going through pressure and change. Materials were shifting. The mint was producing coins quickly. Perfection was not the priority. Survival was. Every coin from this period carries a story. The Lincoln Memorial on the back looks calm and peaceful, but the era it came from was anything but calm. Collectors study every detail closely. The mint mark, the strength of the strike, the texture of the surface. Some coins are sharper, some are softer. Some feel completely different in hand. And these tiny differences change everything. The D-mint mark matters a lot. Condition matters even more. Originality matters most of all. Most of these coins never survived properly. Some were melted, some were damaged. Some were cleaned and ruined forever. Finding one today in true original condition is becoming nearly impossible. That's why demand is exploding. Behind closed doors, collectors are paying prices that most people would never believe. Private deals, secret auctions. Shocking numbers. For exceptional examples, discussions have reached as high as $25 million. This is not just a coin. It is history, it is survival, it is silent wealth. And the most dangerous part, people are still spending them. Check your pocket, check your old coins. Think carefully before you dismiss what's in your hand. Because once the coin is gone, the opportunity is gone with it. Coin number to 1982. This coin arrived just 1 year after the previous one, but everything had changed. Pressure was crushing the economy. The U.S. Mint was under strict orders to keep coins flowing no matter what. Normal rules no longer mattered, speed mattered, survival mattered, and when a mint operates under that kind of stress, rare coins are born. Most 1982 cents did not survive. They were melted, lost, abused, cleaned, or spent into nothing. The few that still exist today with original, untouched surfaces are rare survivors. That's why ignoring condition is dangerous. A coin that lived an honest life in real circulation, yet was never cleaned, is far more valuable than a coin that looks shiny, flat, and lifeless. Shine can be fake, originality cannot. This is where people lose fortunes. Cleaning this coin destroys it. Chasing shine kills value. Ignoring professional grading is a costly mistake. Collectors do not chase these coins loudly. They wait, they observe. And when the right example appears, bidding becomes quiet, aggressive, and emotional. These are not flip coins, these are hold forever coins. Supply is shrinking every single year, demand keeps climbing. And serious collectors are fighting behind closed doors. That's why patience is golden. Rushing to sell cheap, cleaning for shine, or ignoring grading is how wealth disappears. Most people think this coin looks ugly or damaged. That is the biggest mistake of all. Do not spend this coin. Check your change, check old jars, check inherited collections. Look closely at the date. Look for the large mint mark of the memorial. Respect the dark surface, original toning matters. Professional grading is critical. Collectors themselves are driving demand for this coin, and for exceptional, perfectly preserved examples tied to rare characteristics, private discussions have reached values as high as $32 million. This is not just a coin, it is pressure frozen in metal. It is survival stamped into history. It is silent wealth hiding in plain sight. Stay till the end, because what comes next is even bigger, even rarer, and even more shocking. The next coin is one collectors are desperate for, and people are losing it without even realizing it.
Coin number 3. What if I told you that one small coin could change your life overnight? You probably wouldn't believe it. But this coin forces you to. Because if this coin is sitting quietly in one of your drawers, forgotten and ignored, it could turn you into a millionaire in a single night. This is not hype. This is history. At a time when the United States was under extreme pressure, metal shortages were everywhere. The country was at war. Factories were running non-stop. The U.S. Mint was operating under stress like never before. Speed mattered more than perfection. Survival mattered more than beauty. And when coins are struck under that kind of pressure, something extraordinary happens. Mistakes are born. Variations appear. And rare survivors come into existence. That is why this year matters so much. This coin is peak wartime America, frozen into just 5 cents of metal that was never meant to be saved. The moment this nickel touches your hand, it feels different. It weighs about 5 grams. Just over 21 millimeters in diameter. Its thickness feels solid, stubborn, almost defiant, like it refuses to disappear. It has presence. It feels colder. Heavier in energy. More serious than modern coins. This is not a casual piece of change. This is a survivor. And this is where people lose fortunes, on the surface. That lightly blackened layer, that dark wartime skin, is exactly what fools people into spending it. People think it looks dirty. Old. Worn. Worthless. But that dark layer is everything. Original toning matters more than almost anything else. That smoky, uneven surface is not damage. It is history. It is authenticity. Clean it, and you destroy value. Ignore it, and you might spend a fortune without knowing it. The design itself looks almost deceptive. On the front, Jefferson appears calm, composed, steady, a leader in uncertain times. On the back, Monticello stands balanced and familiar. But above Monticello is the loudest, quiet signal of the war years. The large P mint mark. This was the first time a P ever appeared so boldly on a United States coin. And it wasn't added for pride. It was added out of necessity. The mint changed the metal composition to save nickel for the war effort. That strange mix of metals is why these coins feel different, tone differently, and age differently. That is why this coin develops that dark, smoky layer over time. That layer is not dirt. That layer is history. Fine condition makes this coin even more dangerous to overlook. Because this coin circulated. It worked for a living. It passed through anxious hands during rationing, factory shifts, and wartime uncertainty. Most of them didn't survive. They were worn down. Melted. Lost. destroyed by time. Only a tiny number escaped history untouched. And when one of these coins appears in exceptional condition, with original toning, sharp details, and the correct wartime characteristics, collectors lose their minds. Because this is not just a coin. This is a physical artifact of survival. That is why some rare examples of this coin have reached an unbelievable value of $44 million in private sales and elite collector markets. $44 million. For 5 cents of metal. Not because of face value. But because of what it represents. War. Scarcity. Survival. And history that was never supposed to last. So the next time you see an old, dark nickel, don't dismiss it. Look closer. Because sometimes, the most dangerous treasures don't shine. They survive. This coin sneaks up on people harder than anything else. Imagine this. You're counting loose change. Not thinking. Not paying attention. And right there in your hand sits one old, dirty penny from 1990. Dark surface. Worn edges. Circulated so much it looks tired, ordinary, worthless. You shrug. And you spend it. That exact moment is where people lose hidden treasure every single day. Because this dirty little penny is not trash. It is hidden wealth. It is silent fortune. It is serious money disguised as stain and age. Most people never realize what they're holding. Survivors with original surfaces are extremely rare, and collectors know it. They obsess over tiny details that normal eyes never notice. The sharp clarity of Lincoln's portrait. The texture of the fields. The exact shape and placement of the mint mark. Even the way light moves across that dark surface can change everything. That old look? It is not damage. That old look is value. Let the coin look old. Let the history stay visible. Because brushing it, cleaning it, or rushing to sell it destroys everything. This coin punishes impatience. And it rewards the calm collector who recognizes hidden treasure and treats it with respect. Do not spend this coin. Do not throw it back into circulation. Do not clean it. Check your pockets right now. Check your old jars. Check that dusty drawer your grandfather never opened. Because this is not fiction. This coin is out there right now, traveling quietly through people's hands. And someone watching this video might already be holding it without realizing its power. Just say the year out loud. 1990. Feel it. America standing on the edge of a storm. The world shaking. Economic pressure rising. Factories roaring day and night. The US Mint was working non-stop. Machines stressed. Dies wearing out. Coins being pushed into circulation fast. And that stress. That pressure. That is where rarity is born. That is where tiny differences. The last coin. This coin is small, yes. But it carries presence. The moment it rests in your palm, you feel it. That warm old copper touch. Slightly heavier than you expect. With a thickness that tells you this coin belongs to another era. The surface isn't shiny. It's dark. Dirty. Naturally toned by decades of real life. And that old look? It is not ugly. That old look is the treasure. This is where most people make the biggest mistake of their lives. They clean it. They polish it. They try to make it look new. Never do that. Never. The moment you clean this coin, you erase its history. You shrink its value. You destroy what collectors are actually paying for. Because the people who truly understand these coins, they know exactly what this is. And more importantly, they know what it will be worth tomorrow. The winners in this game don't rush to sell. They hold. They tuck these coins away into collections so strong that once a coin enters, it disappears from the market forever. Every single time that happens, supply gets smaller. Demand keeps growing. And the price of the next available coin quietly climbs higher. This is how hidden treasure becomes quiet wealth. This is not loud money. This is patient money. Coins like this don't scream value. They whisper it. And only those who listen closely win. That naturally dark surface is proof of survival. Proof this coin lived a real life. Passed through real hands. Saw a real history. Most didn't make it. They were cleaned. Damaged. Lost. Destroyed. But the survivors? They become legends. That is why rare examples of this 1994 Lincoln Memorial cent, with original surfaces and untouched character, have reached market values as high as $18 million in elite private sales. $18 million. For a coin people still ignore. So listen carefully. Do not clean it. Do not rush it. Do not underestimate it. Check your drawers. Check old boxes. Check forgotten jars. Because quiet wheel.